Dude, it's very nice to meet you tonight. You look very good.
Thank you, man. Had to make a bit of an effort. I mean, they said, they've changed all the regulations of what you can wear now. Like, you're not allowed to show skin. So I was going to come topless, and then they're like, oh, I better put the tuxedo on.
Hate to tell you, but they said topless guys were okay.
What?
Yeah.
Why don't I not get this memo?
Everyone's fired. It is so cool to listen to you. I'm a DJ, so I get to play your music all of the time.
Much, man.
It's great. It's cool to hear your voice, because a lot of people are like, "This guy's a Brit."
Yeah, people don't know. It's really funny, and sometimes I open up my mouth, and the first thing people are like, and I'm looking around, I'm like, "Oh yeah, forget. I'm sorry. Hi, I'm from England." They're like, what? Oh my God. Because you can't hear it in the songs.
No, not at all. The first time I saw you speak, I was watching an interview and I said, well, that's the wrong guy.
Right.
I did.
Right.
I go, that's the wrong guy.
Yeah,
and then someone goes, no, he's British. I go, he is? Then I Wikipedia'd you and I'm like, oh yeah, he did this and he did that.
Yeah.
It's been a long road.
Yes, I've been here for 4 years now, man. I've been living in New York for about 3 years. I was in LA for a year. Working diligently on this album. The album's called Neon, and it's out in a few months. And we got the first song called Where You Are, which is coming out, so look out for that one.
What's it sound like?
You know what I realized? I was like, okay, I've got to remember why people fell for my music in the first place. When I came to America and they loved Down and Do You Remember It, it was that vibe. And then, you kind of go off on a different tangent because music changed, just started getting very, the electro thing came in. And I've gone back to where I was, man.
So
you got to take it back to...
You were chasing something else for a minute.
You kind of, I don't know whether it's chasing, but you have to try to incorporate the change that's happening in music. You have to try to go, otherwise you get left behind. So okay, if this is where production's going, we got to borrow elements of this. Let's see if we can get... And then I was like, you know what? I have to do what I do. And it takes time to really understand that about yourself. And so I don't care if it took 4 years, as long as the final product is something I can be proud of. That's all that matters.
I think what you're saying, and if there are younger people in the music industry watching this, and they all, they go through this, and I've heard a lot of these interviews, and I've heard a lot of people say what you're saying. Believe in what you do and do that.
You have to. You know what I mean? You have to do what you do best. Otherwise, if you chase what someone else is doing, you're only going to be number two. And this way, at least I can remain true to myself. And if things don't work, you can always say, well, I gave you what I do best. You know what I mean? And I would rather, fail at that, at being brilliant, rather than succeed at doing something I'm not proud of,
What is failure?
I said to somebody the other day, I don't know if there is such thing as failure. I think it's just a lesson. It's just a lesson, man. We all make mistakes. I might have worn the wrong outfit today, and I come here and I go, oh crap, I thought a pink tuxedo would have been all right. I thought I would have stood out. Right. You learn a lesson. It wasn't a failure.
Great meeting you, man.
My man.
Best of luck tonight. I'll see you around the way.